here's the former Utah Ute Matt Gay to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Throwing to start the drive. Williams. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Quickly into the hands of Patterson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
That's a really nice play, being able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Williams. This will be caught by Randy Moss. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Look, we came into this one focused on Randy Moss, and now he has our full attention with his first grab of the game.
Well, he's one of only 2 players to go a whole season averaging over 100 yards receiving and average a touchdown per game as well. That's a pretty impressive stat.
It really is, especially when you consider that every defense he faced was prepared for him and was kicking coverages in his direction.
Here's Williams throwing on 1st down. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. Touchdown! From 10 yards out. And the Steelers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Now, after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. In motion left comes Moss. They will look to throw. Montana under pressure, they got him again. Ted Hendricks making his presence felt. So they bring out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He stiff arms him. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Okay, ready?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Williams trying to lay one up deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Johnson, 64 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zerline now for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Montana. Open man downfield, it's Fitzgerald. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. first down, Montana. For Marshall, that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Throwing again on second down. Montana. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. 3rd down, here's Patterson. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Montana going for it on 4th. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And the Steelers signal for another timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd and inches, Montana. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They'll run with Patterson. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Second down and goal, Montana. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Antonio Cromartie. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A two-touchdown game, 14-0 to score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Fielded right around the 8. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Montana to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
That's caught at the 2, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Patterson on the draw.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Montana. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. In motion, Gronkowski. 1st and 10 for Montana and company. Quick slant caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
try to run with Patterson.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Cordero Patterson taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Snowhawks are able to cut into that deficit. So that, Charles, their first score of the ballgame, obviously, coming here in the third quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. Nothing fancy there on that 2-point try. Give it to the big boy, let him go to work.
That almost felt like sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy. A fairly short kick from the 14. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off play action. Williams. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Forced out to his left.
He's got his receiver. It's Andre Rison. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
3 quarters have come and gone. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Looking left side, and he's got him in. And a loose football.
Wow, that ball is not free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, a run with Patterson.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Cordero Patterson from 13 yards out.
And the Steelers have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up 1st downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Williams throwing to start the drive.
And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now Williams back to the air on second down.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Williams now to throw on third down. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Andre Rison,
a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. The partner, he has carried them in this ballgame throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
18, right here. Buffalo 18. Hurry.
Here's Williams on first down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He's got a man, complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Taken from about the 12. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll run with Patterson.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Montana. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They go play action with Montana. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Play fake. Now here's Montana. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Once more, they turn to Patterson.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just